So one of my students asked me, Tam, I always freeze when I go to a bachata social. Did you ever experience that before? What did you do to overcome that? And I smiled so big because I knew exactly what this student felt. Because when I first started learning bachata, everything was so intimidating. I didn't know the music. I was intimidated by dancing with really cute and attractive people, and I just didn't know how to dance. And so going to a social and having to partner dance with someone else felt like an absolute nightmare. Also, I had so much mental anxiety. I kept having thoughts like, oh, I don't want to bore the other person. I'm too beginner. Maybe they don't want to dance with me. I don't want to put the burden on someone else to having to endure a 3-minute song with me. It's kind of foolish to think back then, but it was a very real and valid thought. So after this video, you're gonna learn exactly what I did to overcome my fear going to socials and eventually learn to love it. For those who don't know me, my name is Tam. I am the founder of Bachata Library, and I spent the last 6 years documenting everything I knew about this journey of mastering bachata to become a smooth and confident dancer into a step-by-step playbook, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a preview on this video today. What is the solution, Tam? How do I overcome my fear at socials? Well, the first one is to make friends. When you dance and go to socials with friends, it becomes a lot less high pressure or high stakes of like having to dance with all these advanced people and not living up to the expectations, right? When you dance with friends, it's just like having a normal conversation. You see them in class, you see them at the socials regularly. And so when you go with friends, it eases off the pressure a little bit, and you can kind of go in as a team whenever you do go to these socials. So my tip number 2 is to just get comfortable with bachata music. When I first started, I didn't know any Spanish. I had no introduction or any knowledge with bachata music. And so when I did go to a social, I would freeze up because I didn't know what the songs meant or exactly how to dance to it on the rhythm. So at home, all I want you to do is just put on bachata music in the background. Put it on in the shower, put it on when you're cleaning the kitchen, put it on when you're doing laundry. Just have bachata music on all the time. I personally really enjoy bachata music, and the more I got to understand musicality, I grew to love it and more, and I became more comfortable with it. And so when you put music on in the background, then you'll realize, okay, like these steps, these beats where you're always on time, it's gonna feel more natural when you actually do go to a social and you don't have to freeze up. So put on some music and have some fun. Tip number 3 is to just focus on getting better 1% every day. And I know that might not sound like much because we want to become an amazing bachata dancer now. And that is possible, right? But it takes training, and everyone starts at the bottom. And so when I first started, I was just so terrified to go to socials, I wouldn't go at all. I didn't go for 6 months in the first journey. And this really sucked because I'm doing bachata to dance at socials. I want to social dance with other people, but I'm not even going to socials because I had so much anxiety and so much fear around the concept of socials. And so I was like, you know what can I do to get 1% better every time? So what I did, I would literally go to a social, I paid a cover charge, I would dance one song with a random person, and then I go home. And then you might be thinking, damn, that's crazy. You spent 20 bucks on a social, you're not even gonna enjoy the social. But to me, that was a win. Just dancing one song with one person was a win. And that might not look like a win for you, but for me, it was everything because it was 1% better. Then the next social, I danced 2 songs with 2 different people, and that was a win compared to last week. And then those 2 dances became a half hour, and then the next social became 1 hour. After these incremental improvements, things started to feel easier, I started to feel more comfortable, and I started to actually enjoy my time at a social instead of just being forced to be there and trying to tough it out and grind it out. Socials can be a very frightening place for all kinds of reasons. We don't know what I'm going through, I don't know what you're going through. And so for you, maybe dancing a social might be very easy, but then maybe your fear might be dancing with an advanced follow or leader. Your fear might be completely different. And so I want you to use this concept of getting 1% better every time and actually apply it to what's relevant for you. And the last tip I have for you is all around mental anxiety. We have these limiting beliefs of like, oh, I'm still a beginner, I don't want to burn in the other person, or I don't want to bore my dance partner with, the basics, right? There's a lot of myths around that, and I want to just dispel them one by one. I remember what it's like to be on the sidelines and not have anyone dance with me because I was too afraid, too scared. And so I remember distinctly the follows who graciously asked me, when they didn't need to, they asked me, hey, do you want to dance? And they were smiling, they were enjoying myself. I was making mistakes, I was looking up at the wall. I was not a very good dancer, but they gave me their presence, and that was really very generous. And I always want to do the same whenever I see beginners. I would look on the sidelines and see who's shy, who's scared, who's kind of not feeling it, because that dance can change their life. And then hopefully that will encourage them to continue to love bachata more. And a lot of dancers, especially hopefully the ones in your local scenes, are the ones who want to give back, who want to build this inclusive dance environment, right? So the thought of advanced dancers not wanting to dance with you is kind of a limiting belief. Some of it can be true, some of it can't be. You might think that, oh, since you're a beginner, you're boring them with these, basic moves, but another myth, a lot of advanced dancers like doing the basics, especially after dancing with other more intermediate dancers. They're trying these crazy spins and they're tired. And sometimes just having a nice basic and a nice smooth and slow song and slow dance is actually what they need in that moment. So we don't know all this. So that's why I encourage you to ask these advanced follows or advanced leaders for these dancers, because they might really enjoy it. All right, and those are my tips for how to not freeze when you go to a bachata social. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. And obviously, if you want to level up and become a smooth and confident bachata dancer, we are the founders of Bachata Library. We have an online course and membership and community that will help you step by step get you to be the dancer that you've always dreamed. Until then, watch these next videos and I'll see you in the next one.